Hello again. My name's Ben. Back to the hat to see what our topic is today. This one. And this one is Internet, Net Neutrality, and Communication Infrastructure. All right. So, I think it should go without saying for sane people right away that we have to restore the kind of net neutrality we had and the policies that were, several years ago overturned by now or being ruined slowly. The communication infrastructure and the internet together are possibly the most important modern tool in the world, and we need to keep it free of the kind of regulation that the bad nationalist types and surveillance types especially, and all of those companies have turned it into. Here we are doing this right now. I'm staring into a camera. I'm not talking to you directly. I can't see what your reaction is. But for the last 30 years, the entire global public has been able to communicate with each other and learn a great deal about how everybody else works across the world. This has been one of the most fortunate things that's come out of the internet, because all of the short-term, small-brained business types have only ever seen it as a tool for profit, rather than what it really is, which is a tool for innovation and communication across a globe. The internet took what could have been a much bigger place and made it very small now. Anybody in the world could be watching this video for all I know, and I don't know where you are. And that's great, I think, if you are. I'd like this message to spread everywhere because I have everyone's, good intentions, I guess. I don't know how to say that, but, I'm mindful of everyone's needs, even if it's not necessarily in this country. We have to be more mindful of that kind of thing, and the internet has brought that about. So it is very crucial that it stay a free and uninhibited place where you can remain anonymous if you need to. I think in some terms, the kinds of anonymity we seek is simply because we know that the system is so bad, and it's because we're trying to avoid, being offed or running away and having to leave your life because you are a whistleblower for something. That kind of behavior is exactly what the internet should have been for. Is calling out all of the bad people and all of the bad, not vibes, but bad intentions, really, which I think much of the communication infrastructure now has been inundated with so much surveillance, so much AI. We've seen people who are ex-CIA saying, yeah, of course we can listen to you through your TVs, even when they're off. Or, of course we listen to your phones. This is not something that is a conspiracy theory anymore. It's been confirmed. This is what they're doing with the kind of technology that has brought the world closer together. And I think it's very important that we regulate that kind of thing out of it. We need to have a free and fair internet for everybody who wants to use it. In fact, I think in many ways it really should be free. Why are we paying cable companies for this? Why are we having to pay a monthly fee to use the internet? Why hasn't the government subsidized this and put enough infrastructure in place so that all of the places, especially in the United States, that don't have good signal or don't have high-speed internet yet, that's really unacceptable. It's absolutely unacceptable that some places in the United States are still on dial-up, basically, at this point. So when it comes to what the government needs to do for the internet, it's make it free and available for everyone and regulate the businesses that want to be on it, just like everything has to be a business regulation, and not regulate the people. All right, this is a key element for several areas of policy, not just the internet and the communication infrastructure, but that's absolutely what the internet needs to be again. I'm old enough to remember some of the good days of the internet. I know that's going to sound crazy for most people now, but it used to be kind of a fun place. It was very creative and entertaining, and you were only on it for like an hour or two every day, and then you had other stuff to go do rather than constantly scrolling a never-ending news media feed of doom. So that's my policy for internet communication, infrastructure, and how to regulate all of the obvious surveillance state corruption out of it so that it can be free for the people to use. My name is Ben Howison. Sursum Corda.